telling everybody, keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it. You're gonna get 10 no's, and that one yes is gonna change their mind. Thank you to everybody who came out to this peaceful rally. And we're going to keep it peaceful because we are a peaceful people and we're a lovely town. Thank you for coming out. Justice for Joy Floyd. Justice for Joy Floyd.
The fact of the matter is, I'm still a minority here, and the person who reached out to me is an ally, and she has been seeing the pain that's been going around, and she actually made me feel safe to come out here because I wasn't going to because I didn't know what to expect. So even going to our meetup place, there was still a lot of a doubt on whether it wasn't going to happen. So just walking down and you see so many people who don't look like you, it's so different from what they're saying on TV that are here, and they're trying to really listen to what we have to say. So I spoke my truth. There's just been so much that comes out all at once every time another man is shot for no reason. There is so much talk about how this man was a man of Christ and how he doesn't want violence, and I agree with that, but the way he was taken out of this world was so violent within itself. It takes me back to every experience that I've had myself, and you just hurt. It just hurts. So you have all these people, everybody silent, and I'm reading a sign that says silent is consent. So I told my story because people are finally listening. Some people are, and I'm trying to get more to listen. We are so broken as an adult population. I know as we get older, it gets harder to learn. So I ask that all parents who see this, all grandparents, all people in the community, it truly takes a village to raise a child. It starts with education. We need to stop making the core curriculum of education just white history. Black history should not just be a month. It should be ingrained with the entire history because we are ingrained in this country. When I was 5 years old and going to first grade, my mother had to tell me that I should not speak up and I should not be loud, but I needed to be the best because people were looking at me anyway. When I was in that class, I was the only one who looked like me, and I was the only one who had a seat next to me that was ethnic. It is hard to look at my daughter, who's going to be going through that soon, who I chose to already send to a private school because of the hate crime that happened to my son in another school, which we had to change him over. If I was to ask one thing, we need to focus on the education of our children to make sure that they understand the history of this country so we do not repeat it, because right now we are seeing what happens. It is just less than 100 years of the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing. This was a community of black people who came together because they were ostracized of the people who just let them free. Jim Crow laws, redlining, these people made a community for themselves. They kept the black dollar within their community and they did something good, and they were not bothering anybody until May 31st when all you hear is overflowed bombs coming down. Could you imagine if you were that child in your bed? We did not do anything. We are a peaceful people. I understand riots are bad and that's not what we want, but that's what happened to us 100 years ago. And people in Oklahoma don't know that history. I did not learn this history until I took an elective in college to learn this history. I had maybe one or two, I had 2 black teachers to mold my mind in a sea of all white children. These children weren't bad, but I was expected to know their culture and forget mine. I was expected to let them pet my hair as if I was a dog and not say anything. I was expected to know how to play basketball, and I sucked. I sucked at it. I chose to wrestle because everybody wanted me to play basketball. I am tired of being put in a box. I am a growing person, I am a person, and I want my daughter to not already be told what she should be before she grows up. That is my message. Save our children, save our education, invest in that, invest in all of our people. That is my message. I love seeing this here. This is a peaceful rally where you have police officers, you have the mayor, you have firefighters, you have people I don't even know who are coming out and they're listening and they want this country to change. They want this world to change. I was worried I might have picked the wrong spot. I come from the north. There's a lot more diversity and I feel there is still racism up there, but I knew my lane. I came down here and I was completely uprooted. And so I retreated into my home. So this seeing here, I know I belong here like I belong anywhere. And that is what I'm trying to take away. I belong here. We deserve peace. We deserve to be here. I should not have to worry about it. You know, one last thing, while we are educating the people about redlining, I bought my first house here. I did everything over the phone. In the ethnicity, I got a great rate because they put me as Caucasian. They did not find out who I was until they saw me. They were great people, absolutely great people, but that's the truth of the matter. Look into Bank of America. They have had to pay fees because they got caught charging black people more for the same thing. This is redlining. What I ask, knowledge. Knowledge is power. Our children need knowledge, adults need knowledge, go out and get it. Read. That's what I say.